Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. We're going to listen Carlos Sainz. Let's listen to him.
Well, just first of all, no, it's a possibility. It's not a.
Yes.
It's not that he's gonna present himself for sure, or he's gonna go for a candidature. He's just considering it. To be honest, it also didn't come much from him. It came from a lot of people in the paddock suggesting it to him and putting the idea on his head, and he started considering it. And he's gonna obviously evaluate his options and his candidature and his possibilities. But I can only say that from his being his son, being obviously a big fan of his, I think he fits very well the profile. I think no one understands better motorsports than my dad across so many ranges, from rallying to go-karting, because he came with me to all the go-kart races, to all the single-seater ladder, to Formula One now. He has quite a broad experience about everything, and including mobility with everything that he does in Spain. So yeah, he definitely hits the profile, but it's gonna be up to him whether he thinks he's fit to consider to be a candidate or not.
I do have a question about racing, but what nobody's asked you about the FIA thing is that how would it not be a conflict of interest?
Very simply because my dad and me, we would part ways. He will not be my manager anymore. I'm a 30-year-old Formula One driver that also has his manager and my cousin, and we would just simply stop. And whoever knows my dad or knows me personally knows we would never do anything that wouldn't mean conflict of interest.
Okay.
Carlos, come to Imola off the back of a very strong Williams performance in Miami. You, however, were left slightly unhappy by the team orders situation. James Vowles said earlier this week it's the team's responsibility. How has that been cleared up? What's been the process that's gone on at Williams?
Yeah, I obviously was left frustrated after a frustrating weekend in general, where I think we were probably quick enough to finish in the top 5 with both cars, and I had a very strong quali, and I was having a strong race until I picked up damage in my car and I started going a bit backwards. But yeah, in the end, those radio communications is just quite clear. We just need to be more clear about it. There was definitely some misunderstandings across the radio channels, and it created a bit of controversy at the time, but once we reviewed it and saw exactly what happened, we realized we just need to improve on that side, and it will not happen again. This is only 1 hour away from where I used to live in Sassuolo. I spend a lot of my time here in Emilia-Romagna over the last 4 years. Place that I love. So many restaurants around the area that I've been to. So yeah, I always felt very loved from all the tifosi, from all the people around this area. So it almost feels like a second home to me.
We've shown that the Williams is a good car this year. We've heard what you have to say about whether a bit of performance might result in a podium. Are you happy with the response you've got from the team on that the focus really is on 2026 and kind of
Yes.
that's it?
I think on the short term, yes. On the long term, I've already told James, I would like to see a team that is able to do both at the same time. I think that's more for the 2-3 years time, when we have to fight for the current car but also fight for the future car, and that's what top teams are doing this year, for example. Still means we might get a bit of an advantage on the amount of time we spend on the wind tunnel, but I'm a big believer that a Formula One team should be able to do both. We are not at that stage yet. That's why we have also decided to full focus on 26, to keep accelerating the program and accelerating that Williams transformation that we are in the middle of. But I fully back it, even though in the short term I wish we could develop this car, because as you could see in Miami, we're quicker than Ferrari, quicker than potentially Mercedes if I wouldn't have picked up damage. So we're not far in some circuits.
Yeah, we have listened Carlos Sainz. I'm not going to comment anything about his interview. Just don't forget to like the video, comment it, and subscribe to the channel.